Said he's having no trouble. It's simple.
Hello there. It's showtime.
What is this, trick or treat?
Did I do that?
Good morning, Charlie.
Champion of justice.
Deal with it. Daddy would have gotten us Uzis.
The power is yours.
Get down, honey, get down.
And look, I won't go far, okay? If the apocalypse comes,
Hold your fire. I'm a human.
Grace Jones.
Thunder. 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 Thundercats.
Power of 3 will set us free. Power of 3 will set us free. Power of 3 will set us free.
But I ain't one to gossip, so if anyone asks you, you ain't heard it from me. No, you have.
No more room in hell. The dead will walk here.
Dooby-doo.
Welcome back to the Radical Retro Rewind podcast. As always, I am your host, Radical Ryan Hunter, and today we have a special chat with Michael Bailey Smith. A few weeks ago, I was able to sit down with Michael and talk about his incredible journey. With over 50 movies, 100 TV guest appearances, Michael has played unforgettable characters across fantasy, horror, and the superhero genre. Michael played Ben Grimm, The Thing, in the Fantastic Four movie, before having a full circle moment this year, having a guest appearance in the recent Fantastic film. In the hit TV show Charmed, Michael played the demon Belthazor, Shax, a Grimlock named Janor, and even the Source himself. And our horror fans might recognize Michael as Super Freddy from A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, as well as playing Pluto in The Hills Have Eyes 2006. Please welcome the incredibly talented Michael Bailey Smith. I have to say, you have been, and I'm sure you get this so often, but you have been such a part of my younger years, teenage years, so many, Charmed, Freddy, Hills Have Eyes, I was a huge fan of that. So you have been in so many things, and it truly means so much.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a fun ride for sure. But it's not over. You know, I don't do the acting thing now as like I did before. I got into business in the tech world, but I still write. And so I just had a screenplay that got optioned last week, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, so I've written about 10 screenplays. I have ideas and log lines for another probably 50. And my mind is always going 90 miles an hour on stories and things. I love stories. I love telling stories. It's great.
Nobody crosses me.
Charmed was something that kind of happened by the role. I got my first role there was playing Janor on All Hallowell's Eve. So. Great little part I had. I guest starred on it with another guy who played another Grimlock. I was a taller guy.
Trick or treat.
Oh my god, that is so weird. They look just like the Grimm.
During filming, I had the assistant director come up to me and say, hey, you know, the director said you're like one of the most talented actors he's worked with in like the last 5 years. I'm like, you're talking about me. Me, Michael Bailey Smith. He's going, yeah. I'm like, really? I said, okay. But, you know, when you get told this a few times or whatever, you kind of like, okay, you don't let it go to your head. You just keep working and do whatever. So when I finished the episode, I got killed off. I go to my trailer to get changed. And as I'm getting changed and I get out of I had a lot of stuff on my face and I was all white and I had the black eyes and I had some other stuff. The scars, they call them, are not easy to wear. They cover your whole eye, and it can be painful if you're not fitted correctly. And I got a call from my manager. Goes, hey, they want you back, and I'm like, they killed me off. And he goes, no, for another character. I guess they hired a stunt guy or something for this other role, and they wanted more of an actor, and so that's why So I said, yeah, I'll do it. So I came back, and it was at Belthazor. So I did. 18 episodes or whatever I did of and I did Belthazor, and then I became the demon du jour. So whenever they need somebody else, I played Shax. I mean, they said, hey, we want you back as Shax. So between Belthazor was more like a kind of Terminator-esque type of a character, right? Dialogue like, no one crosses me, just all those kind of things like that, right? But then Shax, he's the demon of wind and tornadoes, so I'm thinking, yeah, he's going to be more like flowy and things like that. And I've studied martial arts, and I had to, being an actor, learning different, because I had fight scenes and things like that. So I mixed a little bit of Tai Chi with all this going on, and then I'm like, how is he going to talk? He's got flowy, and for some reason I was in the car listening in the radio, and Jim Morrison came on, and
no kidding.
And I was thinking, the end, this is the end, when he says that.
What are you?
The end.
I'm like, this is kind of like the same thing. So I go,
Good.
the end, and that's kind of like the same thing. I mimicked him a little bit. Yeah, so that's kind of, and then of course the source.
You were busy in that All Hell's Breaks Loose episode. I mean, my God, you were Shax, right, and the source in that episode.
Yeah. But I've done two characters at the same time. So the source, I just had to stand there with my hands. You could tell it's me because I have big ass hands, and the hands. If you look at I just found this. Hold on. From The Hills Have Eyes.
Oh my God.
And I'm never gonna wear them, right? So why keep them? So it's like, it doesn't make sense. So here is before the makeup.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Huh?
Look
Look at how big those hands are. Oh, there's another shot here too. So
oh my goodness, Michael, these are amazing. Because
Yeah,
of course we've only seen that one shot, of course, with the wings with your face covered. So these are amazing.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Once I have reset time, detain him, and then kill his witch. That way I won't have to worry about Belthazor anymore, or the Charmed Ones.
Of course, I mean, last year the Charmed community fans have lost 2 huge members of the fandom. Because, of course, you playing Belthazor. Can you maybe share a little story about working with Julian McMahon? I heard he was always funny and being a great guy, it seems.
Yeah, he's a scoundrel too. So a bit of a scoundrel. He's a ladies' man, that's for sure.
Oh, I believe it. My goodness. Yeah.
Good-looking guy, of course. Great actor. I mean, who I'd fall in love with him if I was gay. But
charming man, right?
Yeah. We've shared a lot of great stories in some of the late nights. We've shared some good stories. So, and I during that time I did a play called Doing Judy. So I played a gay police officer into leather.
Oh, no kidding.
into leather. So I was a leather guy. They call leather FHEs, but anyway, so that's how they say it. And the whole cast was gay, except for me and another guy who was another cop. But I played a gay guy, the leather, and I'm butch, so I don't have to like act effeminate.
Right.
Which I can't do. I can't. I could try, but I don't think it would come off very well. But butch I can do. So yeah, and just play myself. And so I think, do I have pictures of that? Let me see. Hold on.
I love it.
Let me see if I have pictures of that. Anyway, so Julian came to the play.
Amazing.
And he's like, I have to tell you, it's like, I can't believe Belthazor is this. He's into leather. I'm like, okay, hold on. Okay, here we go.
Wow, look at you, my goodness. You must have been the hit in that show.
I got hit on by so many people. So at the end of the play, so that's my alter ego. So I'm a cop, and then the police sergeant, and she's a well-known, she's played in a lot of different, she played lawyers and things like that. She's a police sergeant. She says to me, if you mess up one more time, I'm going to force you to come out and drag. So at the end of the play, I come out and drag. I'm going to tell you something. I am the biggest, ugliest, scariest drag dude you ever saw in your entire life. And I remember after the play, you always come out into the end of the foyer and meet a lot of people, shake hands. And so, it's mostly predominantly a gay audience. I had so many guys like, you are the biggest, ugliest drag queen I ever saw. And I said, thank you. I do not take any offense to that whatsoever. And they said, but I would still take you home with me. I'm like, nope, that is not happening. But I heard that the Belthazor has a really large gay following. So
I could totally believe it, especially how this Charmed 26, 27 years later, we're still talking about this show, which is amazing.
Yeah. So it was a fun ride. Charm was really great. The girls were great. Shannen, she was nice to me. Holly. I mean, I thought Alyssa was particularly nice to me. She's always seemed nice. And when what's the other gal that came later?
Oh yeah, you were in one of the one person that actually got between the two sisters. You got to see the first set, and then when Rose McGowan came.
Yeah, Rose McGowan. She was nice too. I remember one time I think I was Shax, and I was outside, and I was waiting to be called, and I was kind of I was outside. I sat kind of my trailer, and I wanted to spend some time, so I shooting some basketball, just shooting some hoops at Shax. They had a basketball hoop in the back and Rose walks by and she goes, "Hi, I'm Michael." I said, "Hi, I'm Rose." I said, "Hi, I'm Michael." I said, "I know who you are." And she goes, "Can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you think these pants make my butt look fat?" And she turns around and shows me. Oh my God. I said, I am not answering that question. I said, "You're fine." I said, "Yeah, you're fine." And one time, this is kind of cool.
I love it.
One time we shot late. I was as all made up as Belthazor. And the next morning we had to start again early, and they didn't get to me. And they said, "Listen, we're gonna cut you loose now, and just get you home because there's like a 12-hour turnaround situation that happens on sets. If you don't do a 12-hour, there's like serious penalties." And they said that, "Can you go home dressed as Belthazor, or at least with the Belthazor makeup?" I'm like, "Okay." So I'm driving to the middle of Los Angeles as Belthazor, and I pull up to an intersection, and it's about 11 o'clock at night, and these dudes pull up next to me, and it's like not even close to Halloween. And they're like going, "Hey, dude, that's some serious stuff, man. It's not even Halloween yet, man. What up? What you doing? Dude, that's some serious stuff." I remember I thought that was funny. Another time, too, was during Halloween. We were filming, and I remember I was heading home, and I was thirsty, so I stopped at a 7-Eleven, and there was a guy about 2 people up from me dressed as Belthazor. And I this is totally different. And so I was dressed normal. And I go, "Hey," I said, is that Belthazor, right?" And he goes, "Yeah, I love that character. That's a badass dude." I said, "Oh, cool, man. I like him too." Right on, man.
Meanwhile,
yeah.
Do you actually get people, speaking of that, do you get people that can recognize you over the years just from your roles? I mean, on Charmed, I mean, you can see, even in Shax, you could see you in that role.
But not, I mean, like, people say, "Oh, I recognize you from Pluto." I'm like, I don't think so. Yeah, really.
Please don't kill me.
I've done a ton of things, right? With this mug. So, without it, so that's how they recognize me. So, yeah.
And I have to say, you truly, I mean, out of the 8 years of Charmed, you played the 2 most iconic demons. I mean, Shax, you took out a Charmed one, literally. And Belthazor, I mean, when people think of Charmed, I feel like they think of Belthazor.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of disappointing. There was a big convention in Europe.
The Paris one, right? Is that the one?
They initially invited me, but they were gonna pay me. The deal was not good for me, so I didn't want to do it. they were going to pay me really like not very much money, and then that's all I would make. And I'm like, I would be losing money if I went there. And
flight, I'm sure flight.
They were going to take care of that and things like that, but just it was a cap on how much I would make, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, so I turned it down, unfortunately. So, but it's all good.
Hope that in the one of my dreams is meeting you at one of these conventions. So hopefully, I'm able to be lucky enough and meet you at a con somewhere.
Well, you're in Arkansas. I'm only doing one show this year. I did a bunch last year, and this year I have so much work. I just can't attend, because if you think about it, you're at a show Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You got to fly there the day before. That's Thursday, and then a lot of times you either fly back Sunday night or Monday. And so sometimes that's 5 days out. And I got my own company. I got to run, and I can't be out that long. And I can work anywhere remotely, but it's still not optimal. Right now I have 3 32-inch monitors in front of me, plus my laptop that I'm staring at here. But anyway, it's maybe someday, but I'll be in Kentucky, in Lexington at Scarefest. So I'll be there. So in October.
Look at you. The Fantastic Four.
The original Fantastic Four. Yeah. So pretty cool. So that was the original one, 1994. This right here is the comic book that they gave at the premiere. So it's an original comic book. And then I'll show you a picture of me and you've probably seen it. It's been all over. But let me see. Me and my beautiful wife at the premiere.
Oh, first off, I am so happy to see you and the other cast at that premiere. Yeah. Did you all have any kind of, I guess, like another full circle moment after having that movie shelved, becoming a cult classic in its own right, even though it wasn't released, and now being invited back? Were you just shocked?
Yeah. I got this text from Rebecca Staub, who played Invisible Woman. She played
Sue. Yes.
Yeah. And her and Alex Hyde White are still acting. Me and Jay's a preacher now, Baptist preacher, and
kidding.
Yeah, he's really doing really well. And I'm in business, and so but I get a text. We still communicate. It's funny, a lot of movies that you do, you might say, "Yeah, let's stick together," and then you never talk to them again. But yes. I always try to talk to people, and I have a lot of people I communicate via Facebook and stuff. But anyway, I got this text saying, "Hey, Grant Curtis from Marvel is going to be calling you." I'm like, "What?" And then all of a sudden, 5 minutes later, I get this call. I'm thinking, "Wait, Marvel? They're doing the new Fantastic Four film. Does that mean?" All of a sudden, not like that, but my phone rings, right? And then he said, "Hey, this is Grant. I'm calling you from London." I said, "How are you, sir?" He goes, "Good." He goes, "I have to tell you." He goes, "We as a team watched your movie probably, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And we loved your performance with you and Alex and your relationship. We really enjoyed it. And we loved what it was about." I said, "Our film was about family." And I said, "And I saw some of the trailers of yours, and it's about that too." He goes, "Yeah, it is. But you guys kind of helped inspire that." He goes, "Well, guess what? We would like you and the rest of the Fantastic Four to be in our new movie." And I said, "What? That would be awesome." He goes, "Yeah, so I'm going to go now, but a lot of people are going to be calling you here shortly." Next thing you know, I hung up, and this person called, that person called, and then also a security call says you cannot say anything to anybody.
I believe it with those Marvel movies. My goodness.
Yes, we had to sign an NDA. My wife had to sign an NDA, and so a week later, 2 weeks later, we're in Los Angeles filming. They flew us first class, and just like back in the day when I was an actor, treated like kings and queens, and we went there and filmed, and then we wondered if we were going to get invited to the premiere, and then all of a sudden I got this thing in the mail. It said, "You are cordially invited to the premiere of the Fantastic Four." I'm like, I go, "Honey, get your dress." So she went and bought a dress, and that's kind of what happened. Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
so glad for that. Because over the years, as a fan of your work, I did seek out the film. I got to watch it. And just for you and the rest of the cast members, I'm so glad that you had recognition. I mean, because that was the way it was done to you guys. For years, I felt bad. Before we go, so we've been covering all of the Friday the 13th. Excuse me, God, I keep mixing them up too. All of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies this summer. And of course, when we got to, the Dream Child, we brought up Super Freddy.
Faster than a bastard maniac. More powerful than a loco madman. Yes. Super Freddy!
Now, this came up. Were you also the body double in the beginning? So you were. Okay, so that is your body in the beginning.
Yes.
Thank you again for being here. Truly, this has meant so much to me.
Yeah.
Such a big part, like I said, of my growing up here. And today, I'm still watching your performances on things. So thank you so much for being here.
It was a great ride. And thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck, my friend.
Thank you. And thank you, listeners. And as always, stay radical. And we will be back next time. Bye-bye.